I got caught up in some things and I could get distracted. Oh my goodness. Gotta put my earrings on. Good morning. Good morning. All right. All right. Now we can start. I got my earrings on. Happy Monday, everybody. Oh, nope. Good morning. Hey, Carrie. Hey, Sarah. Good morning, Beach Doodle. Hi, Rosa. Hi, Jackie. Good morning. Good morning, Brooke. Good morning, Nicole. Cassie, Rose. Good morning. Hey, Janelle. Hey, Jackie. Good morning, Candace. Hi, Jessica. Welcome, welcome. Good morning, Victoria. And Denise. Hi, Allie. Well, hey, Jennifer. I don't usually see you over here. Good morning. Hi, Brittany. I got to meet Brittany for the first time in person. No, not for the first time, but it's been a while. I got to see Brittany in person at Goat Yoga yesterday, and that was amazing. I have not dug into the sticky buns that you gave me yet, but that will be after this for sure. Um, Victoria says, "Good morning. Wish me luck. I have my physical test for the police department this morning." Okay, sending you lots of luck, babe. Shut up. You did goat yoga too? Oh my god, there were so many baby goats. You can check my stories. I'll put more today. There were just so many baby goats, and there were bunnies and little ducklings, and I got to release a dove, shoot it up into the air. That was fun. Yesterday here in Central PA, we had like the most delicious weather all day long. It was so good. Wait, what? Kate got engaged yesterday with a double proposal. I don't know what a double proposal is, but it sounds amazing. Congratulations, Kate. Oh, there's Allie over here, and there's Valerie. I got to see Valerie and Allie and her daughters. Oh, it was so good. Good morning, Tiffany. Yeah, Lisa, we missed seeing you. It was good. There's a possibility goat yoga, um, that goat yoga might happen again. So we'll see. I'm playing it by ear. You know how I do these days, but um, it really was fun. It really was fun. Good morning, Beth. Hi, Holly. Hi, Jen. Carrie says I changed my mom's patio screen. No baby goats. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. Oh my goodness. Good morning, Shelly. Hi, Beth. Good morning. Yes, it just was so good. Oh, I got you. Congratulations, Kate. I'm so excited. I hope I see you out and about and we can celebrate. I'll buy you guys a what you call it? Um prairie fire shot. Start you off on the right foot. Oh, good morning. Hi, Carla. Hi, Rachel. Hi, Willa. Beth says, goat yoga makes me feel like I'm 4 years old. Yeah, that's basically what it was. My friend Tiffany came and she was like, this is like an adult petting zoo. And I was like, yes, it is. That's exactly the point. Janelle says, your farm yoga session could be in my backyard every day. I would love to teach yoga in your backyard. Maybe not every day, but close to it. Or at least wake up and have coffee with you, Janelle. Yeah, there were definitely some ladies who look like they might be trying to steal a goat. There was this particular baby goat named Sahara who was just absolutely ridiculously adorable, and she was very snuggly like a little puppy, and I think a few people were trying to take her home. The cool thing about goat yoga is it happens at a farm that is literally like 5 minutes away from me. I don't even know if the full 5 minute drive. She's right around the corner. And so when she's like, "Do you want to teach goat yoga?" It's like it's very difficult for me to say no. You know what I mean? Because what am I doing on a Sunday afternoon that I can't go tell people to stretch their bodies a little bit and play with goats, you know? So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Janine. Good morning, Nicole. I'm glad you're here, Tiffany. I haven't seen you in a while. How you doing? She said, I haven't had much sleep, lots of energy and heavy emotions. Well, friends, yeah, it actually did feel amazing to flow and move. I was thinking about that. I haven't taught yoga in probably a solid 2 years. Um, and it was pretty nice. I'm not going to say I want to start doing classes again, but it was nice. It was a nice change of pace. And to see all your faces was really amazing. I hope you have your mugs. Take some pictures with your mugs, tag me in them. Yeah, it does. We know the drill with the goat yoga. So usually, it's slated for an hour. It's usually 90 minutes, and the first 30 to 40 minutes are all snuggling. Then we did a pretty good solid 30, 40 minute class though, actually. The last time we did goat yoga, not this time, there were less babies. Like what she did was we had the adult goats in with us, and then the babies were brought in the beginning and the end. And I think I'm going to talk to her if we do it again about doing it that way, because the adult goats actually are much better at interacting during goat yoga. And the baby goats are just like running around crying for their mothers. So it actually works better, but we'll talk about it. Anyway, it's Janelle, Tiffany says that she's sending love to you. Let's get to it. We've got a week ahead of us. We have a troll. Jesus died for you. Wait, Jesus loves you. He died for you. Turn from this wickedness. All right. How do I do this again? Click on him. We're going to manage you. We're going to block you. Confirm. We're not even muting. We're just going straight to blocking. We have no time for that. No time for this. Okay. All right. So let's talk for a second, because we have quite a week ahead of us. As per usual, we're hitting Monday, ready to go. So eclipse season, the eclipse window begins at the end of the week, the 30th. I don't know what day that is. Doesn't matter. It's the 25th right now. So let's say, does it make sense that it's Friday or Saturday? Is it Saturday? I don't know. End of the week is the 30th. And that's when we have our first eclipse. It's going to be a solar eclipse with a new moon in Taurus. All right. So just hot tips about eclipse. I just made that up right now. Ooh, I need to have more coffee. This is not going to be a time period for you to be doing some heavy manifesting. We don't manifest during eclipse season, because eclipse season is that window where everything you've been manifesting gets an opportunity to really come through. So if you remember my 3D printer analogy, think of this week as you finishing up the touches on your schematics that you're going to send into the printer. Okay. Again. And just kind of don't touch your cake. Do you know what I'm saying? There's going to be 2 weeks of this. It's going to be 2 weeks of this. And I think that it's going to be different for all of you. But I believe that for a lot of you guys that we've been kind of in this energy together, the time period between May 1st and May 15th is going to be like pure fucking magic. This is not an energy that you have to feel wary about and like, oh no, what's coming next kind of energy, unless that is in a very excited way. Everything is happening at lightning speed. So there is that. But I feel like, are you kind of getting used to how fast things happen? Right? You're kind of getting used to that. Um, the eclipse window is going to remove anything that needs to be removed and is going to push things into place into their right spots. Okay. So it's going to be a very don't poke your cake 2 weeks starting next week, and a very magical 2 weeks. Lots of things are going to happen. And obviously, I'll be walking you through that live time. Now, on the 1st of May, we are doing live channeling. And so make sure that you put that on your calendar. I have the one, let me just give it to you right now, because I have the dates up on the thing. Let me at a glance. Better than me just guesstimating, you know what I mean? All right. Let's see here. Live channeling. All right. So the first live channeling, May 1st, is Sunday at 6 p.m. So that's when we're tapping in. So we will be into the eclipse sandwich, into the eclipse window. So we're channeling on the 1st and we're channeling on the 15th. So the beginning of it and the end of it. We're going to tap in, figure this stuff out, see what comes through. I have no doubt that it will be interesting because the energy is already kind of starting to crank in, right? So that's really all you need to know right now. Everything's moving very fast, and this is the week to allow that movement to move things out that need to go. Really pay attention to your body. Now this new moon is going to be in Taurus. Again, we're in Taurus season. Emphasis on listening to your body and giving your body what it needs. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited. Things are wild. I think every day I wake up these days and I'm like, wow, do I live in the twilight zone? Because that's how wild things are. And I think they would be even wilder if you weren't so acclimated to insanity. Do you know what I mean? Like, it kind of is like that frogs in the pot analogy. It's been a slow boil. But if you were to see how hot it really is, you'd be like, oh my God, that's been crazy. So anyhow, cool. That's what's happening. Reminder, coffee and coaching is Wednesday morning. And we'll be diving into this a little bit deeper. But it's exciting. It is really exciting. Okay, let's go ahead and jump into sensory card pulls. I don't know, I feel like there's things happening that I need to know about. I feel very excited right now. Fluttery, you know? If you're new, welcome to Coffee and Magic. We're here every Monday and Friday, Mondays at 8:30 and Fridays at 10 a.m. And we talk about the energy and we do something called sensory card pulls. So I'm going to give you 3 things. You choose which one or 2 or 3 feel most aligned with your energy this morning. And then I do 3 separate card pulls. So these are like semi-collective, right? They're semi-collective. Lisa says, what about cakes? And you know what, Lisa? We're going to do cakes. I love that suggestion. I love it. All right. We're going to do cakes. Okay. So, my first question to you guys is, do you know what a yum yum cake is? Because that's the cake I've been eating all weekend and all week, actually. Do you know what it is? So, yum yum cake is going to be just like your delicious vanilla fluffy cake. And the topping is like this creamy whipped vanilla topping with coconut and pineapple. Okay? That's the yum yum cake. Hi, Chad. So that's the first one, yum yum cake. And if you don't even know what a yum yum cake is, I don't care. Do you like the name? Pick it. You know what I'm saying? Just like vibe into that. So number 1, yum yum cake. Number 2, flourless chocolate cake. So the most dense, deep, and dark flourless chocolate cake. Obviously with a sprinkle of powdered sugar on top, um, possibly a la mode. So yum yum cake, flourless chocolate cake, and then carrot cake without raisins. Okay, those are your three cakes this morning. What are you feeling? Yum yum cake, flourless chocolate, or carrot cake? Drop it in the comments. You're allowed to pick more than one cake if you really feel it, but like ask yourself which cake is resonating with you today, okay? We have a lot of yum yum cakes. And I will do this. Actually, let me do this first. I'm not gonna be mad at you if you like raisins, but I just I don't want raisins in things. Like some of the worst tricks ever have been like when I thought raisins were chocolate chips and I just wholeheartedly bit into a cookie and it was raisins. And it's like, no, my mouth was not prepared for that. You know what I mean? So we like what we like, and I'm not going to raisin shame anybody. Okay. Yeah, if the raisins are on top and I can, pick them out. Um, Shady Grove Cypress is saying, who puts raisins in carrot cake? Crazy people. And I mean that with so much love. Um, People who like to fuck shit up. They like to play tricks on you. It's like, no, just no. No raisins. I do love a German chocolate cake, actually. Next time. Okay, Nicole's not landing on any of these cakes, so she's just gonna listen, and that's exactly what you need to do. Take what resonates, leave the rest. I'm gonna go ahead and shuffle. All right, so yum yum cake, flourless chocolate cake, or carrot cake. No reasons. What cake are you feeling this morning? So we're picking from three cakes that I've chosen. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to choose your cards. So yum yum cake, flourless chocolate cake, or carrot cake. Pick the cakes, and I'm about to pull for the yum yum cake. That's my choice today, too. My body actually does not want sugar for a minute. I'm going to have to give it a break. Whenever I eat too much sugar, especially candy sugar, I start getting little tiny pimples. And that is my indication that it is time to take a break from the sugar. So that is what we're going to do. All right, my friends, yum yum, coming at you. Oh, all right. You ready? You ready for this one? Let me adjust my body here. All right. So if you chose the yum yum cake, we've got the butterfly. We've got joy. And we've got risk. All right, so let's talk about it. So again, this is yum yum. You're choosing from yum yum cake, flourless chocolate cake, or carrot cake. Okay, those are your threes. Now, this isn't this story for you, my yum yum cake people. Here you go. Take what resonates, leave the rest. We start with the butterfly. And the butterfly is all about beauty, right? That's what this card's about. But I want to talk to you about butterfly in a different way. Well, no, I don't. It actually is about beauty. So it's not about transformation, is the thing. And transformation is something that heavily debated, right? Because a lot of people, and myself included, we've kind of looked at our lives in terms of the metamorphosis of caterpillar into butterfly and being like, oh, I'm, turning into goo in my chrysalis, and then I'm going to turn into this beautiful butterfly. And I was once a lowly worm, and now I'm turning into my beautiful self. But here's the thing, take it or leave it. I'm no longer down with that analogy for us because we don't need to transform. That is leading you to the idea that at any other point in time in your life, you weren't who you are, but you've always been who you are. So you don't need to transform. This is all about allowing yourself to be who you are instead of trying to be somebody you're not. So it's not a transformation, it's like a reclamation. It's coming back into self, okay? And that is what you are doing now. It's pulling off the layers that you've put on top of you to merge with society, to blend in, to be normal. Um, to be successful, to make your parents happy, to be approved by those around you. That doesn't require a transformation to move out of. It just requires a release of that. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'm really sensitive, um, especially, when talking to you guys about this stuff, about making sure that like we really pay attention to our language because we cast spells with our language, with the words that we use. And some phrases and words have so much connected to them that when you say them, they automatically give off that energy. And the whole butterfly metamorphosis thing gives off an energy that you were not who you are meant to be until you go through this process of transformation into a completely different creature. No, just being yourself is what we're after, and being comfortable in that and not pretending to be something else. So if we were going to like continue on with the analogy, the caterpillar was always a butterfly but full for everybody else. You know what I'm saying? So that's your butterfly message. Now you also have these two are actually playing together today. And we've talked about it enough. You know this enough. Everything feels risky when you cannot predict the outcome. And the truth of the matter is, you really can't predict any outcomes. Whenever you feel like something is predictable to you, that is a special like mind fuck game that you've constructed for yourself in order to feel safe. Okay? You cannot predict anything. You can get a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. For example, if you continually choose the same types of relationships and act the same within them, you can have a pretty good idea of what's going to happen. You get into a cycle and keep looping. Absolutely. The risky part in that is changing your behavior, right? And not being that cycle. So, what are you going to choose this week, my yum yum friends? What are you going to choose? The cards say choose the risky choice and find your joy within that. Choose something different. Choose to react differently. Choose to respond. Choose to view things from a different perspective and see what happens for you this week. That's how the magic happens. That's manifestation. That's all of it. It's little tweaks of perspective that allow things to be different. And the energy is supportive of this for you. Okay? That is your yum yum. That's your yum yum cake. All right. Oof. All right. The next one is the flourless chocolate cake. So let's see what that is like. Hi, Jen. We just did the first one, which was yum yum cake. Now you're choosing between flourless chocolate cake or carrot cake without raisins. How are you late, ladies? If time doesn't exist, right? How is it possible? All right. So, chocolate, flourless chocolate cake coming at you. You ready? Okay. I feel like we just got this poll the other day. I don't know. All right. Flourless chocolate cake. It's the cat. It's the birth and the rebirth. It's the bard. Okay. So let's talk about it. Also, for those of you who follow me on Instagram, did you see the meme I posted in my stories about the toddler that's like, oh, I wish I could be like a toddler when I don't want to talk to somebody. I just like yell no in their face or something and run away. Boundaries, that gave me a chuckle. But that's what the cat's all about. Not necessarily yelling in a face, but the cat's been coming back around to remind us about our healthy boundaries and keeping space for ourselves and kind of doing whatever the fuck you want. Um, Within reason, I don't know. I don't actually know. Does a cat have actions that fall within reason? Not really. They have their own code that they live by, and we respect them for it. What's your code that you live by, my flourless chocolate friends? The cat is asking you to look at the word independence and freedom for yourself. And what does that mean? What does it mean to you to have freedom? Freedom of your expression, freedom of your movement, freedom of your energy. Like, what does that mean to you? And look at that really seriously this week and identify the areas that you feel like your personal freedom is being like drained or infringed upon. You know what I mean? Look at that and tap into the energy of the cat. The cat says, I am having a nap, and it takes a nap. The cat says, your glass of water looks like it should be on the floor. Boop. The cat says, pet me, don't pet me. Pet me, don't pet me. And we oblige, right? We wait until it's an okay time to pet the cat. Boundaries. Boundaries not only save lives, they enable people to respect your time and space. So look into that for you. Then we have the birth and rebirth and the bard. Whoa. So in this deck, I've said this a million times, but I'll say it again. In this deck, there's a birth and rebirth card, and there is a death card. These are two very different energies. The death card is the end of an energy in your particular life. We all know that energy never dies. It does not disappear. It does not stop existing. All energy stays, but it moves into different forms. It just keeps moving and moving and moving. The death card is about an energy in your life that is done with you, not that the energy is gone. Do you know what I'm saying? So, but that's not the card we pulled. This is the birth and rebirth card, which is all about an energy being reborn. Okay, so it's going into its next iteration, its next rung of the cycle, of the growth spiral, as it were. So, for my flourless chocolate friends, this eclipse season, this week, this time for you in your life is all about a rebirth of an energy within you, within your life, that is being either shifted into a higher higher space, another gear, or turning into something else in your life and a metamorphosis into something else. I can tell you, even though I didn't pull this card, an example from my life that might help you see how this can apply is I've been married for 12 years and been in this relationship for 17 years. The energy of that marriage and that relationship is going through birth and rebirth right now, because that energy is now shifting from what it was and is turning into what it is going to be now. And so it's not dying, it's changing into its next iteration. So it's kind of what this card is about. Okay. Yeah, Freddie, we covered it. There's no late because time does not exist. So this is right for you. Now the bard is here. And the bard is here to remind you that telling your story is one of the most, or if not the most important thing that you can do. When we share our stories, we help other people to understand that their experiences, while unique, are not weird and off and different than everybody else's, right? We help others to normalize their own experiences by being very honest about our experiences and what we have learned and what we are going through, not sugarcoating things or manipulating the story so that it sounds better or is less embarrassing, but actually telling the raw truth of what's happening in our lives. And if you've known me for a minute, that is like all I do. And sometimes it is very uncomfortable. There have been so many times when I've come on here and I'm just like, whoa, because life can be such a way, but it's beautiful. The mess is delightful. You need the chaos to shake up the things in order to create new order, right? And that's what this is all about. So tell your story. We want to hear your story. Nobody is interested anymore in that like picture perfect Instagram type of situation. And I think that as like people who are coaches for other people and like kind of put themselves in that space, it can be difficult to balance like what you think is too much share versus not enough share, or does this invalidate or discredit me because clearly my life is a little bit of a hot mess express, like all of that. And whatever, I can't answer that for you. That's a dice you have to roll for yourself. But what I've found for me is that when I am most honest about what I am going through, I am most helpful to my clients. And, of course, I hope that I do that in a way that I don't come off as completely unstable and insane. But life is life, my friends. Nobody has this shit figured out. Nobody is perfect. Nobody's living some sort of like amazing, immaculate, no crumbs on the floor life. And, they've got the secret sauce and they can share it with you so you can do that too. It's boring. No one wants to live a sterile life like that, right? It's fun to look at the pictures for a minute and then like kind of be shitty to yourself about it, but then we move on. Life is messy. It's colorful. It's up. It's down. It's got sharp edges, soft edges. It's got all the things, and we should be experiencing them. So tell your story. Say the things so that you can also attract to you your people. Your people cannot find you if you are not being truthful about who you are. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're attracting people to you that are attracted to your fake self. And then you're going to have to always be your fake self in order to be friends with them. And like, God, aren't we tired of that? Like, it's exhausting. So, no, no. All right, flourless chocolate people, that's your story. All right, last is the carrot cake with no raisins. No raisins. I'm going to shuffle and see what it is. Thank you guys. I love you. I feel like I have the best people here. Well, I know that I do. I don't feel like it. I know that I do. Reminder, next live channeling is May 1st, Sunday. 6 p.m. That'll be good too because we can like, I don't know, sometimes I like to tap into the month on the first of the month, even though like I know that that's not a real thing. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I just think so. All right. Beach Doodle says, you've helped expose my best self. I love that. That makes me super happy. That's right, everybody. Just be who you are. Fuck it, right? We're not here very long. You might as well enjoy yourself and be exactly who you are. All right, here it comes. That's what she said. Oof, look at this pull. All right, so this is your carrot cake without raisins. You got the cow. You got the high priestess. And the owl. Janelle. And the owl, okay? So, what am I sitting on? Okay. Whew, look at these cards. All right, so again, cow, high priestess, and owl. So what's happening here? Let's dive right in. Let's start with the cow because this is probably the one that is the one for you guys. So if you pull, I mean, if you felt drawn to, look at that, just popping my boobies out. If you felt drawn to the carrot cake, I'm going to make a few guesses about you. You're really good at taking care of other people, and your reflex in most situations is to give, give, give. Either, give of your time, give of, things, like your energy, giving of things to people, always literally taking care of people, and also being the emotional caretaker for people, holding space and, helping people to deal with their emotions about anything, right? In other words, you're constantly giving of yourself, whatever that means for you. Here is the thing, and you can just take a minute and completely release yourself of the burden of feeling like, oh man, I wish I wasn't like that. It's not your fault. You've been trained to give and not to receive. That is an on purpose and very insidious thing, but it is on purpose. The reason being is when you're constantly in a state of giving, and that has been designated, so to speak, as a virtue. That's how you're a good person, a good woman, a good wife, a good sister, a good friend, constantly giving. I'm sure you've heard the term said in praise of people, she's so selfless. She's so selfless. Think of the words, my friends. I don't want anyone ever to call me that, because that means that I've given so much of who I am to others that I don't even have any self left for myself. I'm empty. I've got no identity. At the end of your earthly life during this incarnation, is that how you want to be remembered? As somebody who gave so much that their entire fucking personality revolves around the fact that they gave to other people? Is that how you want to be remembered? If so, roll on. But oh my God, right? We've been trained to erase ourselves and give our energy to everybody else. And we cannot do that anymore, especially as women. The cow is here to remind you that if you're always giving and never receiving, that is an incomplete circuit. It is a massive imbalance, and it will affect you. It'll affect your energy, and it will affect your body. You will become sick. You will gain weight that will never lose your body. You will have adrenal issues. You will have autoimmune issues. You will have all kinds of things. Because not only are you constantly giving of your life force energy, you're probably absorbing everybody else's funky shit, right? Because you're good at it. Typically, people who are in this spot came in with such massive energy fields that they can take more than the average person. And so it's assumed that they should. You can take so much and you can appear to be totally fine, right? For years and years and years and years. But that's not thriving, all right? That's fucked up. You came here with your massive energetic field to do massive things, not to be everybody else's emotional support animal just because you can and just because it makes them feel better, right? You're actually preventing people from learning their lessons and doing their work by coddling them in that way. Okay? So we're done. That's all I have to say about that. You're done. All set. Stop it. Okay? Because now we have the high priestess coming in. And if you think that the high priestess is serving as an emotional support animal to anybody, you're out of your damn mind. That is not what she came here to do. Absolutely not. Okay? She didn't come here to be everybody's mommy. You hear what I'm saying? No, she did not. She came here to tap into the energies, to bring through the magic, and to show us a new way to work with the energy and to bring in a different type of society so we don't raise our women to be this way, right? That is what she came here to do. That is what you came here to do. So knock it off. This is who you are. Receive. You also have the owl. And this is a little bit of a change up of energy from what I've been just vomiting at you. Because the owl is going to ask you to just keep an eye out. Because here's the thing. Whenever you become who you actually are and allow yourself to have bigness, there are going to be people who are going to make it their mission to cut you at the knees, right? Just be like, no, you need to get right back down into bite-sized self so that I can still consume you. And those are the people, God love them, but that's a shitty way to be. And if you have a bunch of people in your life who are only happy with you when you're down in the dumps and you can complain about everything together, but don't actually have joy for you when something good happens. And I'm going to actually get a little more specific about this for you because it's really important. Do you have a friend or friends or a family, whoever in your life, who you know in this moment when something good happens to you, you don't want to tell them because, or if you do tell them, you tell them in a very specific way, almost like, in business school, we talked about the compliment sandwich or the constructive criticism sandwich where say a criticism, say a nice thing in the middle, and then say the criticism at the end. Do you know what I'm saying? Or the other way around, whatever. It's kind of like that. Do you have people in your life who you moderate the way that you express something good happening to you because you know that they're going to have a specific reaction and you have to make it a little bit about them in order for them not to freak out on you. Oof, that's toxic, right? Well, shit. And as a human person who may have this tendency within yourself, there is something you can do about it. Have awareness. I have it too. Like, you kidding me? I get triggered all the time by other people's successes. In fact, at this point, I expect it. And when I do, I sit down with myself and I say, hey, Sarah, what is it within you that is feeling so triggered and feeling small by somebody else's bigness? And we have, me, myself, and I, we have a conversation about this, three-way conversation and talk it through. And it is not okay for me to put that on the person. So I don't, because that's my shit, right? I want my friends to succeed. I want all of you to succeed. I want all of my people, all the people everywhere to get bigger and brighter because I know that lack mentality is a trick and it keeps us all small. So if you think that there's not enough for anybody, you're living in a scarcity mindset and you're going to spread that shit everywhere. But if we think, no, there's room for everybody, and the bigger you get, the bigger I can possibly get. So I'm very excited for you, right? Get into that with yourself. You don't have to be perfect at it. You're going to have your feelings, but talk through them, right? Even say it. How much more amazing would life be if that same friend who has that reaction that you're like, oof, like I can't tell them a good thing. What if that same friend, you told them a really good thing and they looked at you and said, I know I am so fucking happy for you. I'm having this response that makes me feel less than when I listen to you. And so I'm just telling you that because I want you to know that in my heart, I am happy for you. But we're trying to remove this program that's making me feel like because you're doing good, I can't do good. Imagine if we just said it, right? What would happen if we just said the things? Well, I'll tell you because it's what I do now. When you say the things, you break down the barriers between people. And then you actually are real with each other. And it is absolutely amazing. And then you can move forward in your relationship in entirely different ways. So that is your, what was it, carrot cake with no raisins for today. Woo! Right? So happy Monday. Thanks for being here with me today. Reminder, coffee and coaching is Wednesday mornings at 8:30. Coffee and coaching is not free and streaming live. Coffee and coaching is paid subscription, and we meet in a Zoom room. It's more intimate. You can ask me questions. We chat about things, and you get a lot of insight for coffee and coaching. So if you want to find out more about that, everything's on my website, sarahmala.com. You can learn all the things. Live channeling is next Sunday, this coming Sunday, the 1st. We're moving into eclipse season. We talked about it already. If you've missed some of this transmission, you can find the whole thing on my Instagram or on my YouTube. I love you guys. Have an amazing Monday. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Share my things, like the posts. Mwah. And if you'd like to be in contact with me, like I said, find me on Instagram or jump on my website. Okay? Love you guys.